Now, that then got me thinking about how the subconscious is similar to artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is machine learning. And when you look at machine learning, as long as you give it a foundation, it's able to, to do anything you want it to do, either within the confines of what you have coded, or if you're looking at general AI, even way outside whatever that you have given to it, it will learn on its own. And the subconscious seems to, the way I thought about it, it appeared to me to be like AI. And stored all this information. And the best example I could use are there are these Twitter bots that are on Twitter. I think we also had this discussion the last time that I was here, where we're talking about how some of them become racist because of the environment that they're in. And so that was the same thing. The subconscious doesn't know any better. It's just picking all this information and interpreting it the best way that it is possible. And in that interpretation, sometimes things can be crazy because it's picking from all these things, and some things will make sense, other things will not make sense. It's kind of like, as I've said, kind of like a computer, kind of like artificial intelligence. And again, going into the complexity of these things that I am talking about, it showed me again, how can all these things be random? How can all these things just have appeared out of nowhere? There has to be a guiding hand. And the foundations I have, I'm a Christian, and from my Christianity, of course, you learn about God, you learn about an omnipotent creator. And of course, the more that we talk about God, the more that, at least for me, the way that I have understood God, sometimes we think of God as someone orchestrates, playing a puppet master, making sure that every single step that you do is like this. We have an element of free will in this world while we're here. And again, this is something we can talk about later. But meditation has allowed me to see that I do not exist randomly, that there has to be someone or something that has created me. Now, the form of that something or someone, it's up to you to interpret based on what you believe, based on your foundation. But ultimately, you cannot convince me, and I dare you to, that everything that you're seeing in this world, that the plants, the trees, again, going back to your body, that the breath is so random that there's nothing that has put all these things together. And there's an author I like called Arvin Laszlo. And in his book, I think it's called Reconnected to the Source. This is a scientist, and he was writing about how the fine-tuning of the universe, if things were random, perhaps would be where we were maybe, I think, 6 or 7 million years ago. He was saying that if things were random, would not be where we are now.